ChatGPT just released their Cowork competitor. And so in this video, we're going to dive into it. We're going to use it, including voice mode, and give a tour of the platform for you to see how you can use it best for your practices and to see why it's so special. Let's get started. Hey guys, I'm JJ and I am your AI nerd here to help you understand what this new platform is, how you can use it, and to make the most out of it. So ChatGPT launched this new feature last week and it's really cool. I come from the Anthropic Cowork side of things. Here we are with ChatGPT offering the Cowork side of things now too. We're going to start with a tour of the platform, and then I'm going to showcase some of its functionality and generally answer any questions you may have. Right away, we'll see that we are now in ChatGPT, and we have the option from the caret menu up top here to switch between ChatGPT and Codex. Think of ChatGPT as the place where you can go to get answers for your questions and to operate in a knowledge work capacity. It's meant for non-engineers compared to Codex, which is meant for engineers. Once we're in ChatGPT here, we have the option to chat or work. When you think about chat, think about all the things you've been doing already with chat. So just chatting with it, etc. Work is where you can actually start to use your files, create files, and do things with your files. Very similar to Anthropic's Claude Cowork. It's modeled the same way. When I think about chat to work, work is really about doing stuff with AI, where chat is just about chatting with AI. So this is that next step that you want to push yourself to, and what we're going to be covering in the video today. On the left-hand side here, we have the ability to create a new chat. We have the ability to stand up sites. Sites are really awesome things that you are able to build that ChatGPT hosts and take care of for you from a security perspective. Think about like the lovables, the replets, all that kind of stuff. It comes built into ChatGPT in this way. You can also create scheduled tasks. So if you have any kind of scheduled automations to run on a daily basis, you can do that as well. Finally, you definitely want to check out plugins, especially the computer use plugin, the Chrome plugin. I use the GitHub plugin as well. The Notion plugin I would definitely recommend, Google Calendar, and some others. Plugins allow you to connect to external data sources and to use tools built into that plugin to work with those data sources in a better way. So for example, Notion, if we were to install this plugin, we could then authenticate with our Notion program, and then we can access our worksheets, and Codex or ChatGPT can start to work directly in those Notion files for us. I would definitely recommend connecting the files that you feel comfortable with here. And once you make that connection, you can go in and manage that connection and see what's available there and adjust that as well. I'll try one other thing here. So I have my Canva connection installed. I'll go into manage here and I can see that's connected. I can see the skills that it comes with here, and I can click into any of those to really get more information. All right. Now I said skill. What is a skill? Skills are essentially a log prompt that you can save and reuse. They're really good. And when you think about skills, think about it in the terms of standard operating procedures. We have standard operating procedures for employees, teaching them how to do something. Skills are standard operating procedures, but for agents, teaching your agents how to do something in a standardized, consistent way. They're really important. And we're finding the best companies in the world are building department-specific skills, marketing department skills, legal department skills, customer support skills, all of these skills getting bundled together for teams of knowledge workers to work together in a more effective way. They're really cool. Outside of that, we have some pinned conversations here and our projects. You can go into projects and create a new project by clicking the plus button here, create the project, and then you can grab a folder that you want this project to work out of. Now, the benefits of creating projects is shared information, shared conversations. So I can create a project around this and contains this folder, and all these conversations will have shared memory with each other to be organized in a way that makes it feel like it's much more picking up from where you left off rather than starting a new conversation. So I like creating projects for like clients, accounts, literally projects that I'm working on, folders that I have on my computer of like information about one specific thing. That's a project. I would definitely flex on making as many projects as makes sense for you to organize your content in that way. All right, now that we have a tour of the ecosystem, let's start with the new chat here and talk about some of this stuff. So by clicking on the plus button, you can see that I can activate some different functionality here. I can click files or folders. I can attach work in a project. I can select goal or plan mode. I can even record a skill. So the goal mode, I'm not going to go into it too much today, but that would allow you to do a /goal, and then you could set a goal that ChatGPT works towards and doesn't stop until it completes. So my goal could be, I want to create a marketing campaign that has X, Y, and Z assets, and ChatGPT Work will continue to work on that campaign until all those assets are created. Now, the benefit with the goal is that it uses a different agent to check its work. And so you have multi-agents working together here to work towards completing the goal with a self-evaluation aspect in it, making sure that the work that one agent says is done is actually being marked as done. I actually really love goal, and that's why I wanted to take a second to call it out. I also really love plan mode. Plan mode is where I start when I'm starting to think of new ideas, when I'm starting to think what I should be doing, how I should approach something. Turn on plan mode. ChatGPT Work will help you build a better plan to work on something before you start. This also makes it easier for your agents to run in longer segments because your agents that have a plan, a to-do list that they can work towards, rather than having to check in and asking for next steps of view of like a prompt. So if you can create a plan and work towards that plan, then ChatGPT will be able to run longer periods of time and do more work for you because you've given it clear instructions of what it needs to do. Now, record a skill. This is really fun. I could simply record myself doing something. ChatGPT will monitor that video, see what was happening, and then create a skill, a repeatable framework to allow me to do that again in that same way, right? So an example here is recording a skill where I go into my email, I fetch a receipt, I log into Ramp, I upload that receipt as a business expense and categorize it. I could record that flow and then create a skill called like business expense that I could then toggle whenever I need to, and it will follow those same steps and work on that for me. Really cool stuff. Outside of this, I have the options to select plugins, etc. I don't need that right now. I am marking this as full access, so I'm allowing ChatGPT to work on my behalf. Now, by default, I would say ask for approval, start there. This is kind of like when a new employee starts, you want them to check in with you. You want them to make sure that they have permission to do something before they proceed. And that's what this is. Now, only ask for actions detected as potentially unsafe. This is the thing that you should graduate to after this. So like once you're starting to feel comfortable, I would say approve for me. This is more like of an auto mode of ChatGPT figuring out like intelligently when it should ask for your permission or not as the guardrails come off a little bit. And then you have full YOLO mode, which allows it to access your computer, the terminal, internet, etc., and work on your behalf in that way. I use ChatGPT a lot. I know the infrastructure. I know my sandbox, my folders, etc., so I feel good operating in that way. But everyone's different. Do what you feel good about. Then we have our model selector over here. And I want to highlight these two models because 5.6 Soul on medium to high mode is very, very good. But also it's like a Ferrari and you don't always need that level of intelligence. So I would default to 5.6 Terra medium. It's a really good model for knowledge work. It's quick, it's effective, it's cost effective as well. You can get a lot of run out of it. So I would definitely stay there. Now, that is a tour of everything that we've seen so far. You can dive more into a lot of the different things like pets, usage remaining. You can see everything there. You can see different settings. And within settings, there is a lot of really good stuff here. But this video is for those knowledge workers that want to give ChatGPT Work a shot. So let's do that. All right. So I am now in ChatGPT Work, and I'm going to choose a project to get started. And I have this coffee shop project that I created for this video. All right. And now I'm going to take off plan mode. I'm going to stay in Terra, and I'm going to turn on voice mode, and I'm going to see what we can do together here. Hey, ChatGPT, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. What's on your mind, Ty?
Yeah, so let's look into this project file, and let's see what we have access to. My goal right here is to use this brand to create a marketing launch. For that marketing launch, I want you to create some graphics that I can use for social media. I want you to create a blog article written in our brand style that I can use to post on a blog. I want you to also create a video using hyperframes that we can use to launch this product. And then generally figure out what else I should be doing and come back to me with those assets. Feel free to create some new threads here to parallelize your work and to work faster in this process.
Okay, let me dig into that. I'm using the project's planning workflow to find the brand materials and shape them into a launch package.
So while it's working here, the voice mode allows you to intelligently interact with this voice. Now, voice allows you to also spin up different chats.
I'm not seeing any brand or product files in this workspace yet, so I can't match the brand or generate accurate launch assets. Can you upload the brand materials or tell me the product name and where the brand assets live?
Hmm.
Once I have that, I'll produce a matched social kit, a blog post, a launch video, and a rollout plan.
All right. Can you check that? I just added it in. So you
Right.
could see it
Checking
working real
those new
time here.
files.
It has pretty good interruption detection
The
too if
brand
needed it.
review is off in a parallel path, so the launch assets track the source materials closely. And I've set the rollout strategy to a second pass, covering sequence, channels, and any gaps beyond the requested assets.
You see in the top right corner, I'm going to mute it for now. You see we have different sub-agents launching. This allows us to do multiple things at once here. And it allows us to see what they're working on if I click into it in that way. I can also get this side panel out of there. I can see if I have a summary here that's pinned or etc. Any outputs that are created in that way, etc. All right, so we got the North Star company or coffee. What kind of assets do you think we should create for this marketing launch?
Pulling that together now.
So one of the things I love here is when I go into another panel, the voice mode goes in the bottom right-hand corner and I can mute it. I can mute both of that, but it can keep working with me. And the voice mode has access to my computer here, so it's able to do multiple things. If I wanted to see my outputs, I can see that I have all the information that I'm looking for here. My demo checklist,
For North
all that
Star's
kind of
launch,
stuff.
I'd focus on a tight asset system built for conversion. A hero launch video with short cut downs, 6 to 8 vertical social posts and stories, product and lifestyle stills, a blog post, landing page and retail copy, sampler emails, in-store and fitness studio signage, and a simple measurement dashboard. The first creative push is a smoother start, showing real kitchen, commute, desk, and gym bag moments, not an energy drink vibe.
Here.
The first two style directions, a kitchen scene and a commute scene, both matching North Star's calm morning look.
All right, those are pretty good, but we need to have a North Star logo on those assets. So let's just generate a simple North Star logo and then place it on the assets you've already created there.
Sure, I'll add a simple logo and update the two images.
While you're doing that, can you open up another thread and look on my Chrome browser and to do some research about related brand coffee brands that I should be looking at for this?
Sure, I'll check Chrome and Chrome. Chrome is connected and the public research tab is open, but I can't bring the browser window forward from here. You can just switch to Chrome to see it, and the research pass is continuing there.
So now we see ChatGPT working on our behalf here, doing research for us, finding relevant websites that might relate to our brand. It's just kind of going through stuff right now. This is ChatGPT actually controlling my computer as we're doing research here. While you look through these brands, pick out some of the things that you really like about them, and let's try to integrate them into our marketing campaign as well.
Looking through that now.
We really have like a co-working agent
I've
here.
asked the research pass to turn the strongest competitor ideas into concrete additions to our campaign.
Thank you. All right, now let's take this new information and let's generate some new images that show what we learned here, including the brand logo that we have.
Okay, I'll apply that and generate a fresh set with a logo.
You can see this is a whole new experience for building with agents. It's voice mode. It's able to control your computer. It's able to launch multiple sub-agents at once, which means essentially many chats working in parallel for you to work faster and better. The voice mode, whether you like to use it or not, like you can use it just by typing, and that's fine too. I did want to showcase and demo, though, that the voice mode has gotten quite complex. And the ability to use the voice mode in like that PIP, like that PIP mode, where you're using something else, but the voice mode's still activated there, and the voice mode can use your computer is really strong. And it's one of the things I really love about ChatGPT Work in this way. So we're still doing work here. And anytime, like I could move away and I can go somewhere else. And that's going to keep working in the background too. It looks like we still don't have our logo here, but we have some nice brand images that are being generated here that are pretty cool to work with. Can you also make a marketing site for us that we can use with this brand?
I'll map that out.
So sites up here allow you to easily take an idea and to launch it as a website, where ChatGPT will actually host it for you and take care of the security for you. And so now ChatGPT is going to be working on creating that site for us. It's a really good way to visualize what you're thinking about, how you would use it, all that kind of stuff without having to deal with the complexity of actually building a website in that way. So in this PIP mode, we can see that we can drag it around here, that the agent is working for us on our behalf in the background. And again, that's a really cool form factor that I absolutely love that they're doing here. And I haven't seen many other tools doing it in this way. So we see that the build is being created in that way. I can come back here if I wanted to. Right now I've turned off the speakers just to make it easier to talk to you, but let's bring it back on. So we have an agent now building the marketing site for us. That's cool. Where are we at with some of the other assets that we need?
Checking on that. The two original social images have the North Star lockup applied. Two new research-led images are in progress. One that spotlights the can and pour, and one that shows a First Light fitness studio moment. Still to do after the site are the blog, launch video, emails, and sampling materials.
So I'll stop it there. And anytime I can stop it and I can just keep going, I can chat with it in any way. Yeah, on the area over here, you can see the different sources. You can click into those sources to see what folders ChatGPT is actually using to operate to do all of this. Folders is a really strong concept. It's very similar to like what folder is what project, right? Because ChatGPT is actually using files on your device, it's able to go into those folders, read those files, edit those files, even create new files, right? And it's able to use tools as well because we have the computer tool install, all that kind of stuff. So it's able to use your computer, take screenshots, see what's on it, navigate your browser. It's just an entirely new paradigm shift whenever you switch into work here. And honestly, I love it. I think it's doing really, really well. And I think that this is the future of work in many ways. I think it rivals Claude Cowork very well. And we have two fantastic products at the frontier here that we can use in whatever ecosystem we feel with to do so much more work. And again, at any time in this demo, I didn't write a line of code. I didn't do anything too fancy. I talked to an agent. The agent did stuff for me. It generated brand assets. It's now going to be working on creating a site for us. All that kind of stuff. We could really hang with this and see it to the end. But the idea is that you have the tools at your disposal. So whether you're in marketing, legal, support, customer service, etc., tools like ChatGPT Work here are really, really helpful. And at any point, if you wanted to switch into developer mode, just throw it in Codex and you could switch over as well. It's a very similar interface. This is more for building with GitHub and building tools and programmatic things. Like our engineers at 10x, the best engineers in the world, use tools like Codex and Claude Code. But ChatGPT here really offers a very easy, lightweight version for knowledge workers to start doing more with AI without being overwhelmed. I think this is a great first launch. Excited to see voice mode continue to grow because I really love that format. And that's the end of this. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, tune into our next video next week. We launch one video each week showing you all how to do more with AI. We cover all the latest tools, showcasing anything that's relevant to helping you do more. We got it. So leave us a like, leave us a review. If you enjoyed it, share with a friend. We'll see you next week. Peace.